What's going on, everyone? ANCAP24 here from Huddle GG. And in today's video, I want to kind of go over a little bit of a new direction I want to kind of go for the rest of the remainder of Madden 20. And that's really trying to get focused on preparing for things that may work for Madden 21. Right now, we're in a kind of that tough spot where a lot of people have stopped playing the game. Those that are playing the game, that may still check out this channel, they're kind of already, doing some things of their own. And I want to make sure that it can be used in Madden 20, but kind of focus on what do we think the meta might be in Madden 21, and let's get ahead of it, okay? So for this video, I want to talk about what I think from my, experiences with beta, was that I think man coverage this year as well as match coverage are going to be something that is going to be potentially a meta that could be kind of OP if you get the right players, right? If you're playing a CFM, if you're playing regs, obviously you can pick your teams around that. But if you're playing MUT, I think a lot of times what's going to end up happening, especially early in the year, is a lot of people like to play man because of the way that it can handle most routes before people are able to kind of find routes that beat it. What I saw in beta was that, and this can all change, they got feedback from us when it came to, what did what, but double moves, wheels, things that you were, used when it came to beating man coverage ended up not being as effective. So one of the things that's a byproduct of man coverage is matching, okay? Whether it's cover 3 match, any type of cover 2 match with soft squats, cover 4 palms, cover 4 quarters. Those are all matching principles. Cover 6 invert, any of those, okay? And what I want to do today is kind of attack with cover 4 palms. To me, cover 4 palms is one of the toughest things to attack if you don't have man-beating routes. And if man-beating routes are tough to come by in Madden 21, then you might see this, right? So I'm going to call cover 4 palms, and we're going to look at a formation that I really like. It's called gun flip trips. This is out of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playbook. If you guys have followed me, that's probably what I ran most this year. And the play I'm going to look at is deep curls. Now, why I like to go against this and what I want to show you here is most people like to use palms against a trip set, and they typically like to use this player here, the backside safety. Okay, sometimes they'll do some different changes, but for the most part, people run palms a lot against bunch and some different formations just because when you go against a trip set, they do a really good job of matching and really putting you at a less of a risk. So most of the risk that you're going to go to is any type of backside post, anything that goes over the top to the that safety that you're basically using, and you can kind of minimize the risk by doing so. Well, this play, what I want to show you is something that I like. And this is something that you can use for a quick palms beater, okay? A matching or a cover 4 palms is one of the beaters I like a lot is a wheel and a slant pattern, okay? That's what we're going to do on this play, but we're going to do it differently, okay? Now the difference is that this wheel is not like a normal wheel where it's going to beat man coverage very well. This is not a man beating wheel. But what we do with this wheel, because it goes all the way up the field and it goes really quickly, we're going to have the person that matches him get stuck by the B route and give us an easy cover 4 palms beater. Okay, so watch what happens here. You're going to see that this guy gets stuck on that player. And once you see that, we're going to have an easy catch. Now, most wheel slant combinations are going to take a lot longer because it goes up the field and around. What we're doing here is we're looking at this formation and saying, how can we use this route to be perfectly placed with this slant route in order to get hit? Now watch what happens here. This guy goes out here. The guy is now at this point knowing who his man is. Once he sees that, he's trying to get to him. And this is basically a pick. It's the best way possible. He's running his route, but he's running it and the guy gets in his way, allowing us to have the easy catch, okay? This is a designed play looking at spacing on the field, looking at the way people react. This is something that you want to do when people are keeping auto flip on, so that way the cornerback is always on the side in which the trips are on. And most people will do that when they run their match coverages like palms because they want to make sure that the nickel corner is on the strength of the field. And you want to do it when they're not base aligned. And most people won't base align when it comes to it just because they want to make sure that you got people on top of each other, right? So when you do this, those guys are going to shift. You're going to put the B on a slant. Now, this is probably about 85 to 90% I get this to work, okay? There will be times where, Madden's goofy sometimes and they don't, do the same exact thing every single time. But for the most part, what you're going to see is this guy is going to get that bump. You're going to be able to hit that ball and get real easy, right? Now, I'm going to show you a different way of doing this, which is even quicker, but you're going to lower your chances of having success because you have to time it. And what that is basically put the B on a slant. And you can take this A and you're going to hike it after a couple steps, basically when he's behind number 83. And that's going to be a quicker way of doing this, but at the same time, you're going to have to try to get it timed right? So hike it like this. You're going to see that this goes there. See how that guy runs him off? And now you're going to be able to throw it and catch it. So this one, like I said, is going to be something that if you don't hike it at the right spot, then a lot of times what's going to end up happening is the guy's going to whiff. And I'll show it to you again here, just so we're, kind of, showing as much as we can the style of it. You're just going to kind of hike it right behind them. You can see here, you're able to get the same type deal. You throw it, you rack it, you get yourself a nice, easy catch. The reason why I like this play so much is because of the speed of the route and how quickly it gets going, right? I do believe that the higher route runner where Jones is, the better it is. I have, was flipping with this a lot when it was in regs. And when I had Russell Gage, who's the player that's next to Jones, do it, I was getting about 50 to 60% it was working. But with Jones, it seems like it's a lot higher. So there's got to be something with the angle of the cut with a higher route runner. So if you happen to have some troubles or it's not as consistent for you, try to get as high of a route runner as you can in there. And what you're going to see is that you're going to have a lot of success when it comes to either doing the motion totally or the non-motion. And you can see when it does that, you can just easily bomb your player and have an easy one-play score. So what I'm trying to do, guys, is kind of think about it outside the box when it comes to Madden 21. I just want to make the content that we have for the rest of Madden 20 something that you could think about doing for Madden 21, but also successful in Madden 20 as we try to prepare. Please put in the comments below, guys, if you played the beta, if you feel like there was something in the beta that triggered you and said, you know what, this is what I think could be the meta, or this is something that I'd like to see us kind of look into as far as content for the rest of 20. Because I'll be honest, guys, I'm struggling for ideas when it comes to keeping you guys engaged while we finish out the year. And I want to make sure that it's not something that you're like, oh, another Madden 20 video, and I'm really not playing Madden 21, if that makes sense. So I appreciate your support, guys. It means a whole lot to me. We definitely want to try to keep videos going into Madden 21, but at the same time, I don't want to be a waste of your time. So I appreciate you, and we'll catch you on the next one.